Peace, y'all. You already know what it is. Yeah, you know, just put some ones up if you can hear me okay. And really, this is, yeah, this has a little, we're going to talk a little bit about this, but this is just going to be a reading of True Black Anonymous blog, who basically been on it from the beginning. And look, just listen to Code Fam. I mean, look, the dude's been opened up, but we're just going to go into another angle with this. So stay tuned.
Marijuana by name, ganja flowing through my vein, going to my brain.
It's like this, it's like this. When you see, I wonder why. It must be the high grade in your eyes. You look like you're about to fly. You high grade. I don't care what popular say. We're gonna burn it anyway. Black blood alone smoke a whole day.
So me say ganja me smoke every day. 15, 16 spliff a day. Good purple skunk from me as say. Move out of my way, me make me weed entry. But I'm weed a fun more than a century. Go and farm a man, just go and farm and one ganja man, just go and plant cause every time you do that, you do it for me.
When you look sleepy, I wonder why. It must be the high grade in your eye. When you look like you're about to fly. You is
I just got some smoking and and this is what this majesty is like. Take off your wings, youth man, and fly like a bird high in the sky, and let them know that you are conquering lion, coming from the tribe of Judah. Some backbiters don't have no roots and culture. Leave them alone, them a go burn in a fire. Fire. I look and let my foot to that yard. I see it to guide I night. I look and let my foot to that yard. I see it to guide I night. If it wasn't for my foolish pride, baby, you'd be right by my side. And still I just can't deny that it should have been, could have been love. Alright, but I never promised you no roses. Valentine's chocolates and I don't think I'll cozy. Me don't hear about the talk, say you the little things we don't. I know I recognize it, but I never meant to break your heart. Me heart broken at the process. I wish I never was so smart. The time has come to pass. Every moment I remember now I said right. Baby, I've been hurting inside ever since you walked out my life. Still I just can't hide that this should have been love. Alright, if it wasn't for my foolish pride, baby, you'd be right by my side. And still I just can't deny that it should have been, could have been love. Alright, could it have been the car when me drive? Or could it have been the herb in no light? I threw me there, I stood there late at night. Makes you feel me, I keep another life. Things you never stay, because I stay with it. I take of emergency, because I stay with it. I stay, why? My father left me from the street. Sirens from the street, shot seas. Police and soldier on the sea, yeah. Sirens from the street, shot seas. Sirens from the street, shot seas. Police get hot. Sophisticated weapons get away from them black. Beat them lick a shot, chant and lick it back. Trade union workers, government, them attack. That cause a state of emergency. Because a state, because a state of emergency. Because it's a state, my love, in a DMC.
Television and religion are the tools of Babylon implement. Corrupting our children, they are the reason we want Babylon from season to season. Hey, never come for them, never come make we chant him down. We great power and sound. Our children, they are the reason we want Babylon from season to season. Hey, never come for them, never come make we chant him down. Great power and sound.
I'm keeping it real. So we are live, we live and let's live. So we are live, I'm keeping it real. So real, yeah. So we are live, we live and it's big. As a man, you must be able to find work and put food on the table. There's no time to sit around to play the fool or be a clown. In the days of player haters, real hustlers and gold diggers. Now I've no time to watch the face. Them kind of people don't have no place. I'm keeping it real. We live and let's live. I'm keeping it real. So real, yeah. We live and let's be. As we say, life's what you make it. You have a plan, you got to reach it. You work hard, you must get paid to live good for another day. No bother with the tension, no bother with the stress. I said to ease up, we are dealing with progress. Peace and love and happiness. I said to ease up, we don't need no commotion, cause everything is darkness. I said to ease up, no bother try to pressure me, and that is where I rest. Cause I remember when me had a yammy, me used to run dance club and party. And outside of the club and fit them hostility, them carrying that and we rubber where we play up and us till down. The DJ round the mic and him a keep the place strong. Now father come here so like you are raging star. You can't bring that and we said to ease up, now bother with the tension. corruption. I say no bother with the stress. I said to ease up, we are dealing with progress. I said love and happiness. I said to ease up, we no need no commotion. Cause everything got blessed. I said to ease up. Nobody try to question me. That is where I'm at. I know the time is getting late. Like balance in the grave. I try to get my children fed. Meanwhile my shoes are begging bread. Yes, I know them times are hard.
Y'all hear me okay? We good? Can you hear me? All right. Can you hear me? All right, I'm gonna just leave the microphone here. This jamming. I just want some ones in the building if you can hear me okay. All right. Let me just say hello to Black Anonymous. You know, if you're still there, B1 for life, last call, beautiful Bernice, Q, thanks for coming through. All right, BPS, HM, all right. Anyone who's in the clouds. And yeah, you see it, but I'll say this. Let me hold on a second, y'all. Hold up. All right. Little better. It's a little better. Okay. I'm gonna be honest with you. Let me pull this out. All right. Could you hear me better? Testing. Testing. All right. Okay. Let me move this over here. All right. All right. Put some ones up if you can hear me a little bit better. All right. Let me say this because I just finished listening to Code Fam, and this was actually supposed to start at 9, but these dudes were cooking so hard. I mean, I had to, sometimes you got to concede if if someone's just doing a good cooking job. All right. Now, if you're a content creator, obviously sometimes you want to, do a lot of preparing. And hold on, this is going in and out. 1 second. All right, a little better. Y'all hear me good? I should be here. Oh. Hold up. All right, y'all hear me good? All right. Yeah, man. This is still okay. I can hear myself now. Yeah. All right. So, like I was saying, um, I was listening to Cold Fam, and they were cooking so well that I had to put my thing on delay. I just couldn't. I knew that that's something I just couldn't compete with right now because sometimes when you're a content creator, right, and you do a lot of research and you do a lot of you want to make sure that the content you put out is crisp and you hope that, you know, you don't miss anything. But with this little episode here, so much has been exposed, right? And so much has been put on the table. It's just like, I don't even have to do the legwork at this point. All right. I'm not, there's nothing to say about this. I mean, I'll be honest with you because there's so many other things to talk about. Jerry Springer just passed. All right. There's a story behind that. The bitch that got Emmett Till killed, she died. And you can only hope it was a painful one. Then there's, what's his name? Harry Belafonte. And I put out a community post for that. And how ironic how the universe works. How that dude passes who put his money where his mouth was as far as the civil rights movement. And one of the people he was fighting probably literally passes after him, right? So it is very ironic how the universe works. You know, I have something to say about Michi X and Angela Stanton King. They got a little beef going on. And Angela Stanton King made a statement. She made a post that I definitely got to do a video on. And but we're gonna, unfortunately, we got to deal with this fuckery. And I feel the best way to go through this is just to give a history lesson to a number of people out there who don't know, you know, the beginnings and who started what. Hold on for 1 second, y'all. Give me a sec. Just gonna do a quick refresh here. All right. All right. So a couple of other people. Jay and the informant. How you doing? Last call. What's up? Drama. What's going on? Yeah, I'm gonna pull up some of the. I'm gonna dig in the crates and pull up some things. Because, and let me just say this real quick. This is not about. This is not about AAS and her crew. This isn't about breaking. This ain't about Star. It's not about Lennon or Max. This ain't about Nyla and Taz. This isn't about the Manosphere or Shakim or Carrie or Nikki. This ain't about conscious energy. This isn't about, you know, no logic. This isn't about Eli from, you know, whatever happened to Common Sense. This doesn't have to do with any of those people. This has to do with one person. And it's a crusty, bug-looking therapist, quote unquote, who has been running a game since the day I met this dude. And we're going to go into the video where I first encountered this dude. And from the rip, something was just off about this dude. See, understand something. This is the quote unquote Umar sector. All right. And some people like Umar, some people don't. And with me, if you liked Umar, I'm not about destroying you. See, understand something. I'm not down with that dude, but I don't rock with the AFWs either. But I don't rock with Nyla and Taz either because I'm familiar with their content. What's up, Empress Goddess? And Jay, what's going on? X Freeman, what's going on? Make sure, do you hear me okay? Am I coming through clearly? Actually, let me just make sure that I'm coming through clearly on this because I just want to make sure. Oops, no, not here. Let me hold up. Hold it a second, y'all, and then we're gonna continue. Hold it a second, y'all. Okay, we're gonna continue. All right, I'm coming through clear. Somehow I just think I'm listening to two things here, so it's okay. Very good, thank you. I'm gonna shoot this microphone that I got for this iPad. I really am, and I've been saying it forever. I need a new computer so I can use the Snowball I've been using before. But anyways, this has nothing to do with any of these folks. This has to do with this dude. All right. And I know that, let me just say this because I understand that AAS, Griselda, I get that she's gotten under a couple of people's skin, including mine, including Make a Change and Nikki and Glow and Transcript and Carrie and Joe, all right, and Bernice and KKC, all right. I understand she's been a gnat and a thorn in the side of a whole lot of people. And it's been, a battle between them and the Goofy Guy Syndicate. But I'll tell you this. It's been how many years now? All right. And I don't know how some of these beefs started, to be honest with you. All right. I don't know where they came from. They came out of left field. Like her beef with Glow. I don't know what that was about. All right. How everything started with Bernice. I don't know where that came from. With Carrie and with Nikki, again, these things just came out of left field. I'm like, why are these guys beefing? I don't know what happened with that. All right. With Transcript, from what I see, and I'm not saying it's right, but that seems to be a business deal going wrong. I think that has to do with money, I think. And that's probably why she's going after Transcript the hardest. And why she's talking about jail. She's going after her the hardest. So it seems like, like business, because with money, things just are weird. But what I want y'all to do for at least this is to kind of get out of your feelings for a second. Because, and also, who else? Who's the girl that's doing the most? The white chick. Wow, why did her name go, why did she I lose my who's the white chick, the white lawyer? The white lesbian lawyer. What's her name? Y'all got her name. Wow. But the white lesbian lawyer who's been doing the most, all right, trying to make this thing with Darrell seem like it's no big deal. And it is a big deal. But she started beef with her as well. I forgot that chick's name. It's not coming to my mind right now. All right. But she's doing the most. But what I want to do, but what I'm saying is, put your feelings to the side about what you think about it. All right. And we can go into that a little bit later. But the best way to deal with her is to ignore her, to be honest with you. Like, if you don't just ignore her. Because what she clearly wants is attention. But the bottom line is, she's dropping some heavy receipts on this clown. What she's doing right now, this dude is literally running for cover. And he's trying to run under every any type of shelter he can find. Like he's literally what Yappa, what's going on? He's running for shelter right now. Now, if this all was fake like he said, then there would be no need to sit down and lie and just go on his platform and roast this person and roast that person, right? And say, oh, it's not true. If it isn't true, you got to bring out the paperwork. And I want to just go and just read some of True Black Anonymous blog, because the person who's really put these dudes on Front Street, and I'm talking this dude and Umar Johnson, but she put all of these dudes on Front Street. And I want to read her because she exposed a lot of people. This is not just the therapist. She exposed a few people who've opened their mouth and just have told lies, including Miss AAS and the Rev. So I just want to, like I said, read it through for a forgotten member who really has put out, who's really put out the rights to more, probably as much as Lenin, as much as, let's face it, the AFW. And when I'm talking about the AFW, I'm talking about their information on Umar. That's what I'm talking about. This isn't about what the little beefs that have transpired here and there. What they put out about Umar and what he's doing is correct. I saw today, and I don't know how recent the photo is, in her community section, Umar taking the public bus. Umar taking the public bus after all the money that we sent that Negro, he is taking the bus. So it's like, again, I understand all the little beefs, but just put that to the side for a second, because I want to go through what this guy, what True Black Anonymous, this is she, excuse me. She has really, really put in the work, and she is a good reference. If for some reason he was at the airport, okay, thank you, Make a Change. The Make a Change is on it. All right. If she again, and I want to actually let me just get into that. I'm glad you mentioned that. Okay. This is the difference between the two sides. I call them the two Umar sectors. All right. The two Umar sectors. See, there's the one, which is the AFW. And these dudes are over the top, or she's over the top. Like Carrie, I think she pegged it right when she said these people are Karens. What is a Karen? A Karen is someone who overreacts. And if you're at the wrong place at the wrong time with a Karen, it could literally mean your life. So with AAS, she got the handcuffs. She says the most outrageous shit. Like when, for example, she went after Glorianne with paperwork saying that she hacked grown man's medical records. Make a Change caught that. And he went through the disparities, and Make a Change raised the question, did AAS get faulty information, or did she falsify the documents herself on Glorianne? She raised the question. I'm sorry, he raised the question. Which one was it? Did he get, were the documents, did she just get it and without checking it out, she just threw it out there? Or did she get it and then she falsified it herself? And that really got under that woman's skin. And to the point where from that point on, she made it, Make a Change was an enemy. And she called him names, and she linked up with Conscious Energy of all people to go after this dude. But she just jumped over the top. As a matter of fact, in the video response to make a change, she said, don't you know that you can be charged with, interpreting the law wrong? Shit like that. Like, who even, like, how do you, so make a change. If Make a Change made a mistake, that's something that you're gonna press charges on them. When I went after the rap, and the rap got all in his feelings, and he did a video about me, she was in the chat talking about he can get fired for saying homophobic remarks. First of all, no one's more homophobic than the rap. All right, nobody on earth, and this is Stephanie Collins. That's her name. Check out what he said about Stephanie Collins. All right, no one's more homophobic than that dude. But I'm like, wait, I can get called to the job for what? For having an opinion? You know what I'm saying? Like, this is what she does. Way over the top. Carry curses. Okay. Like, what are you gonna do? Call her job and say that she likes men and she wants to sleep with other dudes? And so with her, and I think that's one of the reasons why she hasn't been able to corral Umar, because she just jumps for the jugular. She's not tactical with how she goes about going after people. But at the same time, and we're just talking about Umar, she's the quotes, all right, the for the most part, some of the his views, the paperwork and stuff, I can't sit there and I can't say that they were wrong. But see, Spottum, you're saying that she's lying. This brings us to the other side, the goofy guys. And I'm going to invite you up to the panel when this is over. And here's all with a challenge I want. And again, I told the people who have been hurt by AAS to get out your feelings. Well, to everybody who wants to find a reason to get behind Dumpsy and the shit that he's in now, all of the shit he's in is because of all the lies that he's done on behalf of Umar Johnson. And at this stage in the game, everything that I ever said about Umar on my platform sticks. Everything that Lennon has said about Umar sticks. Make a Change's platform, everything, all the stuff he said about Umar has stuck. As did Pocket Watching with JT, as with what happened to Common Sense. As did, I guess you can throw Monty, as you can throw Skinny. Everybody who's gone after Umar, it has stuck. Name one thing that you have done, that Darrell has done, that has stuck, that has been pro Umar. Because everything that these guys have done, if you just look back at the shit that they've done, and to the therapist himself, the gay shit about Lennon, I told you I went on that nigga's platform and I said, bro, do not do this. And he hung up on me right away. And he invited Stefan Gaetano. Everybody saw that was fake. And you literally tried to ruin another person's life. The Rev, I wasn't getting behind that dude like that, but I saw what they were doing. I'm like, bro, I watched him pay Shakim and other people to push something that was clearly, he had no paperwork. Now, maybe you may not like Lennon. You don't like AAS. I understand that. Or the AFWs or what have you. Why did you go after Mr. Bailey then? You know, the descendant of Frederick Douglass. Why'd they attack him? Taz is not in the Umar sector. Why did he attack him? Why? What was the purpose of doing that? And all the attacks, tell me one that stands right now. That's all I'm saying. To give me something that they've done that stands. Why aren't the goofy guys getting behind Umar? It was the speakeasy when I was on No Logic's channel and we were up on that platform. And he said, this is out of his own mouth, I'm only doing this for the fuck shit. I saw them going after a Philly nigga, but you didn't give a reason as to why what you did was right. Even as recently as just the other, when Umar called the cops on Q Butter, this dude was still attacking that man. Attacking Q Butter for what? Umar already ghosted you. You already sent him like tens of thousands of dollars already. You ran up to him with your son there at one of his lectures. You looked like you were going to go right down on him. Gave him money again, bought his book. And he still didn't interview. Went ahead and interviewed We Unlock. So that's all. I want anybody, again, suspend your feelings. Yes, I understand. AAS is an irritant. All right? Best way to deal with her is to ignore her. She wants attention. I get it. But all you have to do is come up here and tell me, what was it that you did that was right? Because this dude, everything that this guy has done, all right, everything is all based on lies. And from the very beginning, something just was off. The dude, Tiff P, listen, the only people that I despise, let me say this, because we know there's certain beefs in the sector that are just, the wounds are too open. All right. Star is not going to, there are some people that are like almost every woman in the sector except Breaking and Toy Lady. Yeah, like the wounds are too open. There's never, you guys are never gonna be friends, right? Like T-Pre and Breaking, that, forget about it. That ain't happening. They're never, like Nikki and AAS. That's never gonna happen. The wounds are just too open. Carrie got a couple of beefs, all right? That's me and the therapist. I whenever he's on a panel, I leave it, all right? I mean, I'm not gonna go as far as what P said yesterday, but I'm just gonna leave it alone. I'm not gonna say anything reckless. I will not say a word. But yes, that's how ugly it is with this dude. It's because of the lying. There's just too much lying. Folks, I am sub with people who love Umar. All right. Shout out to Kofi. Shout out, what's her name? Shauna, Dr. Shauna. That's one of Umar's friends. Omar Wali Africa. They like Umar. All right. I don't go after you for that. That's cool. That's all right. If you have a brain, eventually you're gonna figure it out. So I don't attack you because you attack just because you like Umar. Unlike these dudes, everything and listen, I don't like. I saw what T-Pre was doing. Well, I'll get into that later. Like, bro, the doxing, it was all started by Umar. Umar Johnson was the one that started the doxing. He started all of this. He's the one who started the doxing. He was the one who made up stories. And what you're going to find with the therapist, he just goes from sector to sector to sector to hop on trends to start beef. let's get into what's her name? Um, True Black Anonymous. Give me a sec. And again, let me just say, I do appreciate Make a Change for clearing that up. All right. That if that was the airport, then Spengal. That's what I mean. She just way over the top, and she wonders why Umar hasn't been bagged up yet. So let's go ahead and let's share the screens. All right. Here it goes. Now, I don't even want to show this dude's face on my platform. I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. That's how much I just don't fuck with this dude. But True Black Anonymous got a couple of. She has a couple of things here that she's written up, but this was back in 2019. All right. Now, what does she mean by Nobles 2.0? Nelson Nobles was a clown that, one of the Umar sycophants. I guess the Reverend, that's when the Reverend was really bugging Umar and, I guess got Umar canceled a couple of places. And this Nelson Nobles dude who comes off like a bird himself decided to attack the Reverend, threaten him, right? Said, I'm going to go there and fuck you up, Dr. Umar this and Dr. Umar that. And lo and behold, the Rev decided to call his job and get dude fired, because this guy was just over the top. Yeah, I think she is the ex Freeman. Yeah, I think she is. And again, Dr. Shauna, let me just say this, all right? Go check out that woman's content. All right. She looks at all sides. That's what I'm saying. There are therapists on YouTube. I think all of them may have a little, some of them can be a little crazy because they're therapists, but at the same time, she breaks shit down. All right. And I think she even had a video on Umar where she was trying to be fair about it. That's not the same thing with Durrell. And now everything about this dude is getting opened up from his finances. Let me tell you something. I'm not even going to get into, the Medicare fraud where this millionaire stole $8,000. That's fact. I'm not going to get into how a multi-million-dollar business, as Tiff P said. Tiff P said this dude is caked up and his father's caked up, but he has to scrape up $33,000 from a PPP loan. Like if you are a multimillionaire, you're not rating Medicaid for $8,000. You're looking at like six figures type of thing. Like nothing that comes out of this dude's mouth makes sense. You're a six-figure dude and you're a multimillionaire. Your PPP loan is just a measly $33,000. But now we're talking about, because she's now talking about possible tax liens. Now, just to show you how serious that is, a couple of years ago, your boy Tariq Nasheed, who decided to have an FBA conference. This is when he decided to break up ADOS and, you know what I mean, decided to get a cash grab. Well, turned out some chick from the government who was with ADOS found some paperwork on the pimp. Now, the pimp had asked his minions, he needed $200,000 for a event in Atlanta. The Bring Your Own Cooler conference. So, in essence, he asked for $200,000. And he said, if I don't make the $200,000, y'all can get your money back. Which, well, long story short, he was short about $80,000. He only got $120,000. So he gave the money back. No. What he did, he took the money. He said, "We're gonna do something with this." Like the finesse with this dude, it's actually you should make a class on this shit. He took the 120,000, went ahead, and conferences are usually at least a day. All right, 1 or 2 days is what a conference is. This Negro went to the most expensive part of Atlanta. All right, right, like a couple of blocks away from the Mercedes Center. That's where the Atlanta Falcons play. That's the most expensive real estate in Atlanta. Went ahead and got a 3-hour bring your own cooler, almost like a Wednesday night church service. And afterwards, he didn't even, people had to leave out exactly at 9 o'clock. Go check the video on that shit. But my point is, he collected that amount of money because he had a major tax lien on his house, $200,000. And people were downplaying that. It's no big deal and what happened. No, that's a big deal. So how is it that this dude, if he has tax liens with all the money that he claims to have, and then he got the PPP loan, multi-million-dollar PPP loans with what? For multi-million-dollars he makes, but he has $33,000 PPP loan. Don't take my word for it. Just go on the site where who's gotten PPP loans. Because it doesn't matter what I say today, they're just going to lie. Well, let's read up on, Nelson Noble's 2.0. All right. And yeah, if you hear me okay, put some ones up in the building. Let's see. True. Here we go. Nelson Noble's 2.0. Well, it seems that there's a gentleman by the name of Dempsey Spears, self-proclaimed Umar Johnson supporter, who saw fit to go after our good sister, anti-Afro Spengali. Why do I emphasize that? Because these guys have been talking down on anybody, saying I'm not down with them anymore. They didn't look out for me or what have you. This right here will show that is a lie. True Black Anonymous has been on this from day one, and she backed up, the AFWs. So while Mr. Spears made a video supporting Umar Johnson, he has a right to do so. But everyone doesn't have to agree with what someone says in a YouTube video. Mr. Spears is free to express his opinion, but he has issues to express a differing opinion. This was back in 2019, folks? He said, how ironic. I saw Mr. Spears' video. Now, this is from the channel that was taken down before. Why it was taken down, I don't know. He said that he attacked anti-Afro Spengali, and this is what True Black Anonymous said. I consider AAS one of my people, and when you go after mine, I have to respond. Let me continue. It says, well, the video was gone, by the way. And he said she doesn't have to defend AAF, but she says, anti-fraud warriors unite. This is TBA speaking. He said, and this is what Dempsey said. He said, if you didn't donate to the Umar school, you shouldn't be talking. Right? This is what he said. Just because this nigga donated hundreds of thousands of dollars to the school doesn't mean everybody else got to be that dumb. But let's read. He said, Umar has appealed to the public all over the world for donations. We are members of the public. In other words, if Umar appeals to the public, how in the hell do we keep our mouth shut? So Dempsey was full neck deep in the call. Said, we have every right to express our opinion about the validity of Umar Johnson's appeal to the public for donations. And Umar Johnson had a nonprofit, folks, listen to this, nonprofit status with the IRS. that was revoked for failures to file the appropriate Form 990. Does that sound familiar? What's up, Josephine? Does that sound familiar, folks? This is 4 years later. How familiar does that sound? For those who've come in the clouds or just missed it, I'm reading from True Black Anonymous blog because right now, like, dude is getting opened up from every direction. He's going to get opened up by Star. He got opened up by Code Gang. AAS is opening this dude up. I'm just bringing it back to the person who has the truth on how this all started. This lie about how they started the doxing, which they didn't. How they started the stalking, which they didn't. What they did was went after a bitch ass nigga named Umar who needed to be stalked on. I've been down there. I've seen his predatory ways. You got to report on this. So it says the IRS, for the public good, since this is how we pay for medical care, education, environmental protection, regulation of food and drugs, schools, freeways, everything is part of the public arena and supposedly for public good. Here's what this fool said as well. And listen to this. Mr. Spears sees fit to call folks who have an opinion on what Umar Johnson is doing and who have the temerity to express that opinion on YouTube as a broke ass. Now, when you get the chance, check the replay on Code Fam. All right? Nothing about this dude's finances or how he lives measures up. But she continues, how do we know this? Mr. Spears berates those who have an opinion on Umar Johnson, knowing everything about real estate but don't own a property, knowing everything about a school but don't own a school, knowing everything about finance but don't have a goddamn bank account. You hear this shit? So he assumes that we don't have a bank account, we don't own real estate, we don't own property, we don't own anything because we go after Umar. This is what this dude has been doing. He said, once again, how would Spears know this? Besides, one doesn't have to own a school or property or have a bank account to express an opinion. I don't have to play for the Knicks to criticize them for the past 10 years. Shout out to them, by the way. I think they're going to the finals myself, but that's another story. I didn't have to play basketball or even watch the Knicks to express my disgust of what they've been for the past 10 years. So she said, Mr. Spears, following a quotation, and I'm not going to get into that, but the bottom line is, this is just one. Let's just go to another one real quick. And we're just going through True Black Anonymous blog. But understand something, y'all. Understand all this shit about how, the AAS or how they started the doxing and all this other shit on other people. That's a lie. Umar was the one. I guess you forgot about the pull-up team video. Maybe you forgot about that. Maybe you forgot about the video with what's his name? The SETI video. There were other videos way before that. All right, where he talked about beating dudes up or meeting them outside. This was preceded this sector. So, what else did he say about this dude? Because there's 5 other things. Again, other people have basically opened this dude up to the point where I don't need. Oh, down. Lisa Kraken, risking it all for Umar. Umar Johnson spokesmodel. I don't want to see this dude again. All right. This was the next thing that she said about him. Umar Johnson spokesmodel. Dempsey Spears seems to be determined to make himself Umar Johnson's spokesmodel. All right, let me go back on this for a second. And Bernice, okay. What's that? Do not make any noise, shit. Hold on. Seems this thing is making noise. Anyways, here it is. Now listen. Mr. Spears is determined to tell people what to think. This was in April 2019. He's saying folks can't express his opinion on Umar. We've been through that. He said, Mr. Spears is determined to tell people what to think. He's saying folks can't express an opinion. And I have videotape too as well of some of the shit that this guy has said. According to Mr. Spears, if one doesn't shop at Macy's, then one can't have an opinion on Macy's. He said that a non-Macy's, okay, let's just go down some more. So he's determined to tell people why to think. Said, I don't donate to Umar School because he's name-called people who didn't donate. Okay. Let me just go down. She had a video. You get a guess from Ms. Spears. You can't tell people to have an opinion on the topic they choose. But basically, this is all about you can't have an opinion on Umar Johnson. And this is what this dude was saying. Basically, you can't have an opinion on Umar Johnson unless you donated to the school. But see, here's the problem with that, though. This dude, and we're going to just segue into Nyla and Taz and how they fit into this. All right? Because even people who have donated to the school, he's attacked. All right? Let's get off this for a second. How is he beefing with me? Right? When here I am in the first video with him, and I'm one who has donated to that school. This right here, it wasn't this one. It was this video right here. It was really this one. This was a video. Now, I'm not on here now, but this was the very first video I encountered this clown. And I had the video of the weed and seed. And mind you, in that weed and seed video, you saw where I had a picture with Umar Johnson and I bought dude's book and I supported dude. So how in the fuck are you getting out of your face and saying you're not allowed to speak on Umar? But let's just go into the fact as to how this guy thinks as far as who he attacks and why. This chick right here, you see this chick on the side? Star talked about this chick. And I'm going to talk about her because she was on the platform when I first met this dude. All right? And this is a series of about 9 hours of lives where this was the first video that I met him. And then he interviewed me. And then there's the interview with the Claw. All right? This chick is Uppity Unicorn. Everybody heard of Uppity Unicorn? And again, no beef with Uppity, nothing like that. But this is Uppity Unicorn. This chick right here. All right? Supposedly the story is this. Just to show you how crazy this dude is. Now, this is one of the chicks, I guess, he cupcaked for. If you check out her channel, she is, at least when I first encountered her, I saw her doing exercise videos. I think she had her kid in the background. All right. Her channel is all about leveling up, right? Leveling up, Black women, getting better and what have you. She seems like a tall woman. Clearly she's a well-endowed woman, but you see that there's a pattern here with this dude. All right. The certain look with this dude. All right. The long hair, the breast. I don't know if that's a corset she's wearing or whatever. I don't know. I don't care. But notice this chick reminds you a lot, has the same kind of features as, I don't know, Tiff P, maybe, right? Who also has the same features as Nyla, all right? So with Nyla, just to give you some background on that woman, Nyla had, I first encountered Nyla back, I think, in 2018. This was right after Bill Cosby got sentenced to prison for 3 years. And Nyla, I encountered her the same time I encountered Lennon. And both of them were pretty much on the same page as I was with Bill Cosby, like, fuck Bill Cosby. But Nyla, from the story, was that she went from Facebook to YouTube, and she, you know, she made a couple of enemies and what have you. But when I encountered her on YouTube, I guess her channels really started to build a little bit. And I didn't see Taz at all. I didn't see him. I guess he came later, but her channel started growing a bit, and it seemed like the spot to go as far as, you know, pop, you know, speaking, you know, just basically being a hub to speak on certain issues, Black issues. And it was her, and it was Soul Alchemy was there, and Lisa Cabrera was there, and Q Butter from times came there, and you saw what you call it, Jay Desley. There was a few people who came there to that channel. Now, one thing you learn about YouTube, and it's just a warning, that whenever you be careful about being the hub of certain content, like having your channel where everybody populates to your channel to have debates and shit, because for some reason she just started to get a bunch of enemies at once. Like everybody, I don't know where it came from. Maybe I missed it. Her and Soul Alchemy got into a beef, and the narrative was that maybe, you know, her husband might have. It always there always was like some sort of narrative of her husband was chasing this woman or whatever. I don't know what it was. I don't care about that shit. But the point is, she had a wave of people she was beefing with. So somehow D. Durrell seemed to have come into the picture. Now, with everybody jumping on this woman and her husband and beefing with her, obviously this dude loves beef. He started beefing with this chick. And he started, and for some reason, he started going after her husband. Because how is it that you are a critic of the manosphere, but then Taz is a critic of the manosphere, but somehow you two get to beefing? I don't understand that. So, but for some reason, what this guy does, he jumps into pylons and tries to demonize folks as a way to build his channel. But he made up a story with Nyla, and the narrative was Nyla, and you probably heard this, Nyla started DMing him, telling him that her husband was abusing her and she wanted to leave for him. That's what he said. And he just threw that shit out there. Now, Nyla was also a person who gave money to Umar. But here's my thing, though. You see this chick right here, right? Yeah, I know. That's I didn't change this. But listen, you see this chick right here. This is Uppity Unicorn, right? It's maybe a clearer picture. This is Uppity Unicorn. Uppity Unicorn, according to Durrell, Nyla had went out and get enhancements, right? See, this is what I'm saying. This dude is crazy. Nyla went out to get enhancements to look like Uppity Unicorn because her husband tried to talk to Uppity Unicorn. But when I mentioned to this nigga that Nyla gave tons of, now enhancements cost money. But when I mentioned to Nyla, to Darrell, that Nyla gave tons of money to Umar, he's like, nah, that broke bitch, she ain't give no money. How can Nyla be a broke bitch and get all, but still have money to get all those enhancements? Can somebody break that down to me? See, this is again, I'm going to allow you to come up here and make some sort of sense about this dude, those of you who have chosen that side. If Nyla's a broke bitch and Taz is a broke dusty nigga, right? Who somehow can't afford teeth, but he wears gold teeth. But he bought his wife a BBL, which costs a lot of money, but she's too broke to give a couple of dollars to the haunted mansion down in Delaware. But Nyla looks like this chick looks like Tiff P. Now, I don't know Nyla. Maybe, I don't know, Nyla has some sort of bug fetish where she's into, like she sees black bugs as some sort of aphrodisiac. Or maybe she has a necrophilia fetish where she likes doo-doo and she sees this dude who looks like a piece of doo-doo, who seems to talk and walk, and maybe this is like this is something that turns her on to the point where she just takes her phone somewhere to watch this dude talk, and it's off to the races. But I've never seen her show those type of proclivities. But when you look at D. Darrell's platform and who he has on his dating channel and who he cupcakes with, whether it's this chick or whether it's Tiff P, who's fetishizing who here? Who's fetishizing who here? This is what I'm saying. Everything that falls out of this dude's mouth is a lie. Nyla and Taz, I'm familiar with their content. Like I said, this is not about them. I know about their content. I don't fuck with that shit. But with this right here, knowing all the lies that this guys have told, how do you take his side over what you see? I'm not trying to convince anybody either. That's not the goal here. I'm just speaking what is. Like True Black Anonymous said, how could this dude know? Like, that's another lie right there. Lied about E and J. Did you forget about that? Ran with that shit. We told you about the Steven Gaetano. Had him on the platform, bro. During lunchtime, I remember that shit because I called in on that shit. Like, what are you doing? He hung up the phone. How are you staying on the live for 2 hours or what have you with a dude who's showing his butthole to everybody? Y'all don't find that kind of strange? Let's continue with True Black Anonymous, man. Like, I don't get it. Y'all are just, again, y'all got to just get past your feelings on this one, bro. Let's go back. And what's the next one? Hold on, this is taking some time. Okay. I doubt I'm going to have any of Dempsey's supporters. I really doubt it, man. I doubt many of y'all are going to come up. Where else? Fraction of a man. Here we go. No, this is not Fraction of a Man. Release the Kraken. No. But there's the other one. I'm just going to go piece by piece on this. More on this. Okay, you're gonna learn. Okay, I got it. Infiltrated by GABs. All right. It said infiltrated. This is like infiltrated by grown ass boys. A sign of a grown ass boy, constant lying and game playing, unwillingness or inability to take responsibility for others, for their actions, aka excuse making, lack of sensibility, foresight, compassion, disrespect to women. This is 4 years ago, folks. Selfishness. Sick and tired of him. Number one, Jamal Johnson. Let's go down to Dempsey. Dempsey Spears. He tells us anyone who disagrees with Umar Johnson, disagrees with his assessment of Umar Johnson, that they're ugly. This is what he was saying all this time. They're ugly, uneducated, among other insults. He does just like Umar. Then he threatened here. I want y'all to see this one. All right. This is D. Durrell, right? He said, then he threatens to out me. Do you see this? He threatens to out True Black Anonymous for asking him about the wisdom of co-signing Umar's nonsense, given that he is a licensed counselor. That's up for debate. For catching him in lies and calling out all his inconsistencies. All right? Calling our good sister. Again, AAS needs to keep her mouth shut about no one was sticking up for her. And Rev G. We're going to get into him in a second. Calling our good sister AAS a dumbass bitch and denying it subsequently. This is something he's done this over and over. Then Black Anonymous provided him with the proof out of his own mouth. And he immediately went into excuse making. This is what he does today. Said he further responds to me by threatening me to out by claiming that he knows where I live and who I'm related to. Did you hear me? Are y'all listening? Who started all the doxing? After all, I have the evidence. He put it on the internet. See, this is when he had his old channel. So the old channel was taken down. He said, now, let's get into the doxing here. He put read this. He said, after all, I have all the evidence. He put it on the internet. I know who his licensing board is, and I have the contact information for the insurance companies and government agencies who pay him for his services. Because it's out there. I'm sure they'd be interested to know that he agrees with Umar that 10% of black boys have to go and then 10% have to go. You know who else agrees with that assessment? LV the Smoke Man. LV said that he agrees with Umar that 10% of black boys should go. To which I say, first of all, Umar Johnson decides who comes and goes. Umar Johnson, who doesn't even fuck with his own kids, decides. But who decides that you come and go? Who decided for Emmett Till? Who decided for the dude who just died, Tyree Nichols, George Floyd? You know how coon out that shit sounds? He also said in the chat, oh, spare the rod, spoil the child. Hold on a second. Wait a minute. So I can understand maybe you fighting with your teenager or what have you. We hitting a person in the face, a 5-year-old in the face, to the point that it sticks to your face. And this dude is telling you everybody beats their kids like that? Y'all are some fools, bro. You guys are some real fools. But again, the floor is open. We got 44 people up here. I may just speed this up. Have you come up and tell me, please give me as I said earlier, give me where you have won with this. Show me where you won. Where did you win as far as Umar? And now all your shit is being opened up because of one man that's never even acknowledged you. So here's this. Check it out. Dempsey claims he sent Umar $50 and said it was because of Anti-Afros Bengali, Gerald Palmer, and because of me, of Black Anonymous. Again, said grown-ass boys, bitch-ass excuse making, and a quotient at high. Why not send Umar Johnson the money? Although I don't understand why anyone would without all the extra drama. Don't get me started. All those pitiful, sad songs he has in the background of some of his videos, blah, blah, blah. Now, there's another one here. And again, Black Anonymous has been on it. I'm just giving, all I'm doing is just reading, giving the props, and risking it all for Umar Johnson. Here's what I want to do. I want to go ahead and actually, let's do this. Gerald. All right. Here it is. Here it is, folks. Whenever Gerald Palmer says that nobody stuck up for him, let's read. All right. Here it is. Let's read this, folks. This is called Release the Kraken. Y'all all right? Put some ones up if you can hear me, okay? But this is from True Black Anonymous site. All right? Where are we? Release the Kraken. Is it Release the Kraken? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Okay. This is September 2019, folks. Whenever the ref said nobody got behind me, nobody helped me out, and y'all left us behind, let's listen to this. Well, it seems like when TBA, that's True Black Anonymous, takes a hiatus, things just go nuts. Things seem to go particularly nuts when Dempsey Spears posts video defending himself and or Umar Johnson. Okay. When I picked up on things after my hiatus, it seems that the Reverend Gerald Palmer, this woman was very, again, look at how respectful this person is. The Reverend Gerald Palmer reported Dempsey Spears to something called an Open Path Collective after Dempsey Spears, also known as D. Durrell, allegedly made some derogatory statements about LGBT folks. The organization Open Path Collective has a mission statement as follows. In partnership with the licensed mental health clinicians in private practice throughout the 50 states, Open Path Psychotherapy Collective provides middle and lower income level individuals, couples, families, and children with access to affordable psychotherapy and mental health education services. In the phrase in partnership with licensed mental health clinicians is a problematic for Dempsey for a couple of reasons. Dempsey is a licensed professional counselor who advertises himself as LGBT friendly. Guys, hey, what's up, Pamela? How in the hell? See, this is just more weird shit. How in the hell do you put out all these videos that are forget, okay, you're not you don't like the lifestyle, even though I question that, given that you were on full panels looking at a dude's ass or whatever. How do you get on a panel and put this online? And just recently, this dude was saying, oh, nothing happened to me. I didn't lose any big government contracts. Again, folks, can you make this all make sense to me? In other words, look, if you are, supposedly he lost a couple of contracts. How is it that you can be this acerbic and lose the small contracts, and this doesn't go up to the bigger contracts that have the same type of standards? How does that work? How many people do you know in the public eye, people, celebrities, or what have you, who did something in private and the shit reached all the way up to the top people that they're working with and they lose their job? Please explain how all of this works. None of this is making. So he advertises himself as LGBT friendly. He's under the alias of D. Durrell, all right? Showing his face, saying negative and derogatory things about, gay people. Posted YouTube videos that anyone can take and send those shits that he doesn't even erase. And look at this. Again, I may just go ahead and just have people come up because none of this is making sense. Hold on a second. Let me see if I can open this in a new tab and move it over. Because this shit isn't making sense, folks. Hold on. All right, it's coming out in the wrong spot. But, folks, look at what this guy supposedly specializes in. Look at the list. Look at the list. But bisexual, gay, lesbian? What? Like, this is a portion of his ad on Psychology Today. Bipolar disorder, coping skills, depression, and AAS. Again, look, y'all like her, but she made a great point in what's his name? Slander's platform. He's not a specialist, he's a generalist. Like general shit. He doesn't specialize in shit because he said he specializes in psychosis, which is someone who says one thing and does the exact other. Emotional disturbance, family conflict. This is what he specializes in? What? Grief, parenting. What? Relationship issues. Substance abuse. Shout out to Code Fam, who pointed that shit out. Sexual abuse. Teen violence, I can't say that because he smacked a damn near infant. Listen, guys. Listen, y'all got to make this make sense to me, bro. None of this shit makes sense. None. He can do what he wants with the roast. This man can't even roast right. He wants to be Umar Johnson or Tariq Nasheed. This is why he does the shit he does. This shit doesn't make any sense, man. So it says a portion of his what he said on Psychology Today website. Reverend Gerald Palmer reported Dempsey Spears' activities on YouTube to Open Path Collective, with whom Dempsey Spears had a professional relationship with, as part of their network of licensed mental health clinicians. They didn't like what they saw. But big government contracts don't mind? Tell me that. Yes or no, does that make sense? I'm trying to find the logic here. So they were disgusted by it, but the big contracts that he supposedly has, they don't care. They removed Dempsey Spears from their network of license, so that means he lost money. And he didn't like it. It said he didn't like that, so he got on YouTube. If this was no big deal, why would you get on YouTube and rant about it? Man, I don't know. There's too many. Listen. In his video, he calls the Reverend download gay. Now, let me say this. Because if the Rev made his list of people that he hates the most, right? I guarantee myself and Make a Change will be up there. All right? Guys who have never, we're talking about two people who've never used this language. We never called the Rev down low gay. I've never said that. I did say he was a deceiver of the cloth. I did kind of hint to that. Pretending to be one thing at home, but in real life he's something else. I never said that. A man who isn't happy with who he really is. I never said that. All right? And how would he know this? Capes, supports, and coddles those who have the same issue. I never said that. Hates the fact that he loves same sex. I never said that. Right? I never said that. Hiding from who he really is by marrying and having children. I never said that. How would he know whether he enjoys his sex life? I don't even want to imagine that. Why would you bring that up? But again, the man just said today that he didn't lose any big contracts, but he made a whole video ranting about this shit. He said he hates being black. He hates being black. He lusts after Umar Johnson and upset because Umar won't engage with him. Dude, Umar, bro, listen. Umar at least called his name. You gave him all that money, ran up on him on stage, and this dude didn't even give you an interview. You sent this dude money for an interview. He deaded you. So what are you talking about out here? Listen, then he said that, and this is just some weirdo. He said that the Rev was turned on by, why would that even come out of your mouth? Why would that even come out of your mouth? Why would something like this, like what I said before about Uppity Unicorn and Uppity Unicorn and Nyla. I don't know what's going on with Nyla and Taz or Uppity, but why is that a storyline that you're even running with? What the hell are we doing out here? What's the purpose of that? And there's almost 50 people in here. Can y'all get the likes up, please? Please hit that like button, and all the mods, put the likes, the shares, subscribes. Get the like button, the likes up, please. I don't get that. But the Rev can't say anymore that nobody stuck up for him. That's bullshit. That is a lie. This guy has a habit of lying. Because TBA, she basically, whatever Dempsey did, this was on his old channel, and she rode for her. Let's see, a little fraud. Now, here's another thing that she said. I admit that I watched some of Dempsey Spears' videos. When I saw what he made a video about my fellow anti-fraud warrior, the Reverend Gerald Palmer, I got interested and I listened. Though the YouTube chat feature, I asked Dempsey Spears about the wisdom of speaking about the Reverend in the manner described, right above, especially if he doesn't know for a fact and has no actual proof what he said given his position as a licensed professional counselor. And True Black Anonymous said, do you think it's wise to label someone a down low gay man without actual evidence? Do you think it's wise to say that Reverend Palmer hates being a black man? What is your proof? You're saying a lot of things that can lead you down a road you may not want to go down. Be careful, sir. He was warned. Sir, lest you make a crucial mistake. And she actually gave a screen pic of what this dude said. A screen pic. This is the screen pic right here. You see this? He said, this is what she said. And here's what Darrell said. Oh, don't worry. You're next. The dude just makes up shit. This is your therapist, folks. See, what is interesting is that notice the goofy guys, they're nowhere to be found, right? Where is We Unlock? Where's Crack Rock Smooth? Where's Tiff Griff? We're all the people who said that, excuse me, we're all the people that said that he was right. See, y'all, the thing with this dude is that everybody who got on that side, this is not someone like, you know, Andrew Roberts, who's just a fringe dude, or some clown troll in the chat that's just there and getting behind the fuckery. You elevated this dude as your leader. This was your leader that you elevated him. And now that he's in trouble, where are they to stick up for dude? Let's continue. Listen, y'all. I mean, again, it's like, what's the point? You know what I'm saying? What is the point? Let's see. Let's go down. There was more. Hold on. But there's a lot. But when I put Gerald in here, all these things are stuff to stick up for Gerald Palmer. Actually, this is as recent as 2021. He was sticking up for Gerald Palmer. As recent as 2020. No, this is 2028. Let's get a recent one. I want to get a recent one. Hold on. How dare he? I opened up YouTube today, came across a video of my good friend Gerald Palmer. This was in 2021. Gerald Palmer, what the hell are you talking about, bro? All these people did was stick up for your ass. Anyways, let me go back. Shit, let's okay. Where the fuck is it? The fuck? Here it is. Hold on, let me put this in. See, what have I go? Risking it all for Umar Johnson. Risking it all for Umar Johnson. This is D. Durrell and Ron Handy. Noble. Okay. Can this open up? Okay, there it is. Anyways, risking it all for Umar Johnson. Shout out to everybody that's come through. But yeah, man, I just think that, let's see, here it is. Nelson Nobles, D. Durrell, Dempsey Spears, Ron Handy. I don't know who Ron Handy is. You may know each other. Whether they know each other or not, they seem to have something in common. Umar Johnson. Let me be more specific. Mr. Nobles, Mr. Spears, Mr. Handy have been damaged, could be damaged, or potentially be damaged by Umar Johnson. And guess what? Umar Johnson doesn't give a damn. Now she goes through Nelson Nobles, forget him. Dempsey Spears, otherwise known as D. Durrell on YouTube, decided he wants to be a spokesmodel for Umar Johnson's YouTube. Who knows? However, I'm willing to guess that Mr. Spears has donated to Mr. Johnson's invisible school more than once. Can't admit to himself that he made a mistake in trusting Mr. Johnson. So instead, Mr. Spears, rather than admit to himself that he misjudged Mr. Johnson, Umar Johnson, demand his money back, or simply walk away from Umar Johnson, decided to double down. What's more, Mr. Spears seems to think that he has the right to tell people whether or not they can have an opinion on any topic, including Umar Johnson. He thinks that anyone who thinks Umar Johnson is full of shit are uneducated. They don't have property. They don't own anything. They don't know how to balance a checkbook, bro. Do you hear this? With everything that's come out on this nigga now, they don't own anything. They don't know anything about business. They don't even have a bank account. And they want to continue to bankroll white supremacy. Now, mind you, go check out Durrell's video of his practice with him and the two white men that supposedly work with him. Like, name some mentees that Durrell has given jobs or given opportunities to? Who besides Flacco? And you see what Flacco's doing on that No Jumper channel. Who besides him has he really helped? So he said, and you don't need a master's degree. By the way, Mr. Spears is a licensed professional counselor. If one looks at the profile of Mr. Dempsey on Psychology Today's website, one will see that Mr. Spears, in his position as a licensed professional counselor, accepts payments from among others, Aetna, Blue Cross and Blue Shield, Humana, United Healthcare, Medicaid, and Medicare. I'm willing to bet that none of these organizations have been founded or run by majority Black or non-white folks. Yet he's against white supremacy, right? So I have via chat on YouTube and asked Mr. Spears if he thinks Mr. Johnson's worse, risking his professional reputation. I have asked Mr. Spears if he thinks it's wise to record and post on YouTube audio and video of himself name-calling people. I have asked him if he agrees with Mr. Johnson, Umar Johnson, that some of our people need to be killed because they don't agree with him or they don't seem unreachable. And he said in a recent video, and the video was taken down, that Mr. Spears decides to triple down on the Umar Johnson bullshit, which is unbelievable to me, given his position. Please take note okay, this is an old video, so basically the video was taken down. But he says that Umar Johnson claiming some of our people need to be killed in order for us to be progress is no big deal. And those of us who disagree with that assessment are just being stupid. This is what he said. In other words, he's minimizing the seriousness and severity of what Umar Johnson says. And for the record, Umar Johnson, as of last year, tripled down on this shit. The nigga that doesn't even see his own kids is saying, this is who should come and who should go. But he said, this is what Dempsey said. And yes, if 10% have to go, then 10% have to go. That including the Pookie and Ray and Coons. This is what the therapist said. If 10% have to go, then 10% have to go. That includes the Pookie and the Rays and the Coons. Have you heard this man's videos as of late? Does he sound like a professional or does he sound like a Pookie and Ray? Said anyone that wants to keep the things the way that they are. This is what he's saying. So, yeah. Said, yeah, right. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I didn't see this right here. Hold on. Let's go down for a second. Let's go down. Let's go down. There's something here. Hold on a second. Hold on. No. 1 second, folks. Wait a minute. This is what this means. Listen, this is what this means. Mr. Spears himself, this is from Black Anonymous. He has a business for which he is getting paid good money from Aetna and Blue Cross and Blue Shield, Humana, Medicaid, Medicare, United Healthcare, and other organizations that exist in our current system. So he's currently benefiting from things that the way they are. The ironically is that all the degrees Mr. Dempsey thinks were obtained by him under this current system. And it says here, hold on a second. Wait a minute. Now look at this, what we're looking at, folks. He said, today I looked up Mr. Dempsey Spears in Psychology Today. I noticed his listing is no longer there. Now, I don't know what happened, but it could be that Psychology Today is no longer interested in licensed professional counselors who advocate murder and who brag about donating money to and agreeing with those who advocate murder, not to mention a court recording himself calling people names. So you mean to tell me that this man, this is back in 2019, folks. This is 2019. And this dude who had a lucrative business, this is Black Anonymous search for this dude, and he's no longer there. But yet today he said, I didn't lose any big contracts. Huh? Listen, let me just put the link out there for you guys. Because, again, y'all got to come up here and tell me where the win is. Tell me the win. Break down the win. Tell me where you have won. Again, I do understand. I understand about AAS. I understand about, a lot of y'all, what she's done, and she's, rub you the wrong. I get that. You got to tell me where this Negro, where were you right all these years? That's all I'm asking. That's all. Give me the win. Because I can give you the wins. I can look at where Umar is right now. It's almost summertime. This dude isn't even near the school. Tell me where he is, where you are right now if you were riding for Umar Johnson. You got to tell me if it was worth it. Peace, Dominique. Jaded and Poor, what's up? Tell me, just break down where the win. Tell me where this dude who claimed he was Richie Rich, and he clearly lost some major contracts. Ron Handy, I remember that clown. This Ron Handy was at the Boys and Girls Club. I remember that goofy nigga. Yeah, man. All I'm asking for is where you were right. Break down where you were right. Because this chick is winning, and she hasn't even started yet. Tax liens. That's coming. He can do all the videos he wants. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. What will happen when she drops the tax liens? Pookie and Ray Ray. Cognitive dissonance. And the link's there, folks. I'm just like, anyone who's riding with Darrell, please come up. Please. This is from Pookie and Ray Ray, Cognitive Dissonance. This is also off the blog, folks. Poor Dempsey Spears doesn't doesn't care, doesn't know what's really going on. One can only feel sorry for him because really, cognitive dissonance is a difficult thing to grasp. It's hard, isn't it? Think about someone who smokes and doesn't believe it's possible to get emphysema. Someone with an allergy to peanuts but eats peanut butter every day. Somebody who thinks about someone with cirrhosis. But let me just get to the point. I believe this is the world in which Dempsey Spears lives. Now, again, this dude is into psychosis. Let's just get the definition of psychosis before we even get into that, folks. What is the definition of psychosis? Psychosis. Yeah. A severe mental condition. This is from the Oxford Dictionary. What's up, Code? A severe mental condition in which thought and emotions are so affected that contact is lost with external reality. Again, in this dude's commercial, he said that's his specialty. And look at how this dude moves. So this is from the True Black Anonymous blog, because everybody has opened this dude up. There's really not much more research to do. All right. I mean, usually for lies, I try to be prepared, but with this, I'm just reading from this dude's blog, because I'm just giving the true beginnings of what's going down here. All right. Tiff P. See, Tiff P, I got to say this because, Miss, you said yesterday that you didn't want to bring your law practice into the fuck shit. First of all, you didn't want to bring your legal analysis into all the fuck shit. First of all, Miss, no one's saying to bring. All we're saying is to you to just give an honest legal opinion. You can completely suspend what you do for a living and just give your own professional analysis. All right. Lead attorney would have done that. Lead attorney would have just suspended all the other fuck shit he does and just give a legal analysis. Because how is it's so hard to do that now with this, but you had no problem warning folks about calling the FBI and calling the authorities too much. Nah, something will happen when you call the authorities like that. But then all of a sudden you're mute when your boy's getting opened up and literally gutted. And everything that he has said that he doesn't do, he actually does. But now all of a sudden I don't get him. Dude, just the fact that you went up on Slander Guy's platform and you're not down with the fuck shit. Listen. So, True Black Anonymous, talking about a video that the therapist did back in 2018 in December, brings up the points of those criticizing Umar. It's the same thing. It's over and over with this dude. Brings up criticizing Umar Johnson, namely Umar Johnson trying to solicit people to donate time and labor, like for free. Literally, Umar Johnson is asking y'all to be slaves. Shit. I mean, goddamn. And namely, Umar Johnson trying to solicit people time and labor at the toxic waste dump that he's calling the FDMG, where he can't manage to get the electricity turned on, nigga. Furthermore, Mr. Spears explains why it's wise to have a business plan when taking on a project the magnitude of Umar Johnson. Umar Johnson, who didn't have a business plan. So he's been giving Umar Johnson money since 2015. All right? Did this without seeing a business plan. Think about, again, when did Umar use that $25,000 to get that map or whatever the fuck he got? Well, this clown has been giving Umar Johnson money since 2015. So in the video, again, the video is gone now because his old channel is gone. I got his old videos though. All right. And I'm going to play an exchange between Make a Change and Claudia. Oh, yes. We're going to get into that. Said, Mr. Spears is telling people they have no right to have an opinion about Umar and his activities, especially if they are donors. In his mind, people who question Umar don't have an educational degree. That's a lie. AES has a degree. So did Dr. Clear. So does KKC. Right? So did Rev G. Like, should we go right down the list? A bunch of people who have degrees critiqued Umar. He's lying. They have zero experience in teaching. Again, the guy who opened him up, who he threatened on his channel, was in the same school as he was. Has zero experience in real estate, which is a lie. Zero type of in any curriculum, zero experience in any type of educational setting. Now, how does this guy know this? Well, this is the blog. How can Dempsey Spears know this about anyone online he's never met? Even more strange is that This man tries to tell people through forums he doesn't own or control what opinions you can have or express. He's amazed that folks have contacted the state of Delaware, called Newcastle County, called real estate agents to investigate what Umar Johnson is doing. I don't see anything wrong with any person, whether they donated or not, to find out what Umar Johnson is doing, since he claims to be building a school for the good of young black men, for the good of all black people generally. After all, it's not like Umar Johnson is being forthcoming with information. Listen to this, folks. I want you to listen. Everything is coming full circle here. This is who Dempsey is. This is who Umar is. Nothing's changed over 4 years. After all, it's not like Umar Johnson is being forthcoming with information. He's told his donors. He has told his donors that they have no right to even ask what happened. This is what this guy said. Come up here, please, and explain where you won. Oh my God. Listen, spot him. You can say whatever the fuck you want. The link is there. Tell me where those guys have said something where they won. This is real paperwork. Here's how real this paperwork is and what's coming. Make a Change was just in Code Fam's chat, and I asked Make a Change, where is this? Does Dempsey have any respite right now? He said no. Make a Change is the first one on these things. All I'm asking you to do, the people who are on his side, who are underneath this dude, tell me where he has won. Listen to what I'm saying here. Nah, this is another clown. I'm not this. Fuck this. Yeah, that's the clown over at the YMCA down at Delaware that got fired for Umar. For Umar's sake. You lost your job for him. So he's told people that he thinks they're too stupid to read a bit. This is what he said. He's held himself up as a prince so not to have to be accountable for anyone for any of his actions and behaviors. But more importantly, why didn't Dempsey, who is a repeat donor of the haunted house down in Delaware, make phone calls, do investigations, check things out to try to find out where his money went? Why didn't Dempsey Spears, who's a repeat donor to FDMG nonsense, who supposedly runs a business, and again, shout out to Code Fam, and pre-shout out to Drama, who will also open this dude up even more. Why didn't Dempsey Spears, who's a repeat donor, find out? If you gave $10,000 to anything, you'd want to find out. And now I'm starting to wonder, I really got to fall back on that. I'm starting to wonder, being that I'm looking at this dude's finances at this point, all right, did he really give, and the lies that he give, did he really give all that money? Like, this dude is a serial liar, folks. Look, let's stop this for a second. I want to show you something, all right? I want to show you something. All right, let's take a break from the beautiful uppity unicorn for a second. Like, I had you guys mesmerized on this. Let's just, I want to go to something that I saw, right? Let me move this up. Let me move this up a little bit. Move it up. Oh, shit. Hold on. Okay. Hold on, folks. Hold on. I want to get this person, because, see, this dude is such a strange bird, right? What's up, transcript? All right. This dude is such a strange bird that I had to find out, do all therapists act like this? right? I really, like, seriously, I really had to find out, do all therapists, are they like this? History, hold on a second, y'all. Hold up. Like, I listen, again, and I said at the beginning, I know a lot of y'all don't like don't like AAS, all right? Best way to deal with her is to ignore her. That's what I said. Ignore her. She'll get away. But here's what you can say about AAS, right? One of the other differences between her and the goofy guys is that she is an irritant, but just in this sector. That's it. Darrell is everywhere this dude goes, he's a pariah. She's a problem here. She goes other places, she's not a pariah. This cat right here, anywhere here, the freaking, business sector, right? The church sector, the so-called pro-black sector, all right? The man is everywhere this dude goes. Hold on a second, y'all. Hold up. I want to just get the man, what is going on with this? But shout out to everybody that's come through. Dominique, everybody. Yeah. Did he say that? And that's the laughable part about this, Dominique. See, the man said on the Breakfast Club, black folks couldn't help him out, that I had to go to white. He said that in a couple of places, and people are this just shows. Word of it, there's no black press. There ain't no such thing as black press. There's no such thing as the black press. Because this guy went on channels and said, yeah, well, the school should be open by February. We're in May now. All right? We're in May. Wow, what the hell is going on with my browser? Damn. Hold on a second, y'all. My browser is fucking up. I want to get this lady who, what in the hell? Now, I want to get this lady who is also a licensed therapist. And, hold on. Let me try this then. It's crazy. I want to get this lady who's also a licensed therapist. Wow, I don't know what's going on with YouTube. All right. I don't know what the fuck is going on with YouTube, bro. Okay. Let's see. Wow, this shit's moving slow. I don't know why. Anyways, but there's this therapist, and she has a really, really good platform, just from what I saw, just how she set it up. And, let me just say something about that little build that Drama had. Like, no, I understand what you're trying to do, man. That shit ain't gonna work with these niggas. I mean, they're just a lot of these dudes. They aren't about building anything. They basically destroy everything they're around. I mean, you're talking about Tianon. This dude is on the platform arguing flat Earth, folks. I mean, the flat Earth. One day I'm gonna get into that flat Earth shit. That's one of the dumbest. Like, all you know how you test out whether the Earth is flat or not? Go into the room and get a lamp in a small room. Turn on and turn off the lamp. Turn on and turn off the lamp. Like, if you turn off the lamp and the whole place is dark, then that kills flat Earth, and that on the Earth right now, it's dark where I'm at, but somewhere on this planet, it's daytime. That means the Earth is constantly rotating. If the Earth was flat and the sun, what if the sun doesn't go on, it goes off at night. Once it gets dark, everything on the Earth is dark. Like, according to y'all, the Earth doesn't spin, it doesn't rotate. So if it doesn't rotate, like, okay, what does the sun just go around the Earth? It just, none of that shit makes sense. Like, and you had this dude on Code Fam arguing flat Earth. Listen, y'all. I don't know. Here it goes. Here it goes. Give me a second, y'all. Give me a sec. What's up, Identity Without? Man, what we're doing, we're going over True Black Anonymous platform. Everything that she said about D. Durrell is this was like 4 or 5 years ago, and it still stands today. It still stands today. Let me just go down and find this chick. Hold on. History. Hold up. Okay, I'm in history now. You're up at Unicorn. Hold up. I kept up at Unicorn up on the platform for a little too long. Man. But where is it at? Where are we at? Tummy tuck. Oh, okay. 1 second. Let me find this. String. Give it a second, y'all. Give it a second. Come on, man. Where is that woman at? Psychosis. Actually, let me do this. Let me go type this in. Psychosis. All right. 1 second, y'all. Okay, you know what? I don't know what I got. Hold on a second. Here it is, folks. Okay. Dr. Tracy Marks. All right. That's for your boy, the therapist. That's his wife. Maybe you haven't been keeping up. Griselda dropped some serious paperwork on this dude. All right. And everybody has been going over it, and this dude has run for cover. That's what this is about. This is about your boy Dempsey. This boy is attacking everybody, but turns out that this dude has been a fraud all along. And this is something that I've known for years. And I'm like, why does this guy come off as like he does? He is a fraud. And he's been attacking people and coming after people like he's so much better. And it turns out this dude was nothing but a fraud. Now, this chick right here, this is a therapist, right? Like I said, I'm learning a lot from YouTube, different YouTubers and how they set their shit up, right? This chick right here is, get rid of this. This is Dr. Tracy Marsh. She talks about psychosis, all right? Fair use, by the way, but I'm not going to play the video. Y'all can check it out. But what I want to do is go to her Instagram. Damn, what's going on with this? But she talks about all these things that about therapy. But if actually, I'm gonna go ahead because this thing, yeah, this is taking forever to load. Yeah, I gotta, you know what? I'm gotta get myself a new computer, man. Fuck it. Been saying it for a while. I gotta get it this weekend. But but this woman, mental health. Look at this woman's platform, and you know what's cool about what she does? Here's what's cool about what she does. Look down here. This woman, black woman, right? Listen, this is something y'all can learn because y'all were talking about the build. Look at this. 1.4 million subscribers. All right. Now, does she get the numbers comparable to that? Yeah, she does. 41,000 views, 109,000 views, 120. Yeah, it's comparable to a person who has 1 million subs. It's comparable. But check out what this chick has done. Her videos come in different languages, and that's probably how she's grown. Her videos are in different languages. But this is who the quote-unquote therapist is, right? Learn from this. Learn from this. But she breaks down psychosis. She breaks down psychosis. But I'm not gonna, well, maybe she'll make you, okay, fair use. But she, you know what? It's too long. Let me go ahead because I keep getting stuck on here. Hold on. But I basically wanted to make a point about this dude, but you know, fuck it. But yeah, man, it's something to learn. But listen, here's what I want y'all to do. I want someone, like there's 50 people here right now. All I want is a person who is down with this dude. All right. And I know that you hate the AFWs. I get that. I know that a lot of y'all, I named the names earlier in the program, but you tell me the other sector that this dude was leading, all right, from the very beginning. In fact, this is the video right here where this just shows you I got all the information on this clown. Where dude it was a video where it was before I was getting interviewed, but he also in that video where him and Lennon, where Lennon was basically eating him up. And he also did the video later on with the Claw, who put out a video that attacked Lennon. She came out of nowhere, which makes me wonder if this dude paid her to come after other people. Like, basically, but y'all remember that shit. But come up here and tell me where the win is. How is it that he wins? Or tell me what major thing they have to stand on over all the shit they did over the years. How did it benefit them? How did it benefit Umar? All of this was for Umar, and now you got this real paper. Now, this chick is looking at bringing out tax liens. Major tax liens on dude. And I love how everybody has this come to Jesus moment all of a sudden when he's in trouble. Like, yeah, I don't mess with other people's kids. What? What, nigga? So you were cool when other people were calling other people's kids ugly? Not just Lennon, everybody. Calling people's wives ugly? Attacking people's... That he was the leader of that shit. Where do you think the Godfather Monica came from? Now that his shit is getting opened up, now all of a sudden, I don't do that. What the fuck? Huh? Listen, y'all. And this is for all. Just tell me. Tell me why. Tell me why we should feel sorry for this dude. Tell me how this dude is winning. Tell me how. Someone come up here and tell me how. And all you need to do, and please, y'all, you don't do it just because you hate AAS. Don't come from that side. How is he right? Give me the win that you had over these years. Your boy Speak Easy said, I'm just doing this for the fuck shit. I'm like, okay, you're not doing this for Umar? All for the fuck shit. All for the fuck shit. Let's do this. Let's listen to the claw. We're going to do that. We're going to listen to the claw. All right? Like this chick right here. Understand, this is when she did the video with therapists. Right? This is when he was a red pill therapist, whatever. You see that right there? That right there is where I was literally a month prior. That crusty, this is right where the school was. This dirty ass area. And this woman who traveled from California to Delaware. When you travel from California to Delaware, she flew. You can't go to Delaware. Delaware doesn't have airports. They have private airports that would cost you an arm and a leg to land there. So you got to go to Philly and then you got to drive down. This chick said out of her mouth, I flew there, went to the school. Remember, this school is in the hood. She went to Philly, either drove down there or Greyhound or whatever. She had breakfast in the hood in that area right there. That's the hood. With cops going back and forth. Think of wherever you came from. If you came from, like, just think of your worst hood that you're in. If you're in New York, think the Pink or the Queensbridge or Compton. You would fly somewhere from across the country to visit a place and go in that grassy area where the fence is ripped down, where crackheads and all this other shit's walking around. You mean to tell me that you would go there to sit and eat breakfast? You don't think this chick is off? And they bought stock photos. This is how crazy that shit is. In this video, a month before I went there and I went through the whole school. He did a whole video saying an objective look at Umar Johnson. I think he paid this chick, put out stock photos, and had her tell all types of bullshit. Because she, within that month after I did my video, she comes out with the video saying the truth about Lennon Honor out of nowhere. Out of nowhere. No one knew who this chick was. Now she just pops out of nowhere. And I don't give a fuck about her demise. None. There's a lot of reasons why I loathe this chick. And what's funny, right now there's a GoFundMe for her. That was for $7,000. There's so much, bro. This another chick that lied about everything, and then she got a GoFundMe for $7,000 because they don't have it. Plus, she got a PPP loan. What happened to that? Like, bro, I'm telling you, man. I don't know what to tell you, man. So none of the Darrell supporters, none of y'all are gonna come up. None of y'all are gonna come up. Like, listen, Let me see if I have the video of her. I'm gonna do a video. I'm gonna do a part 2 to this. I gotta do a part 2, and I'm gonna go over some of the videos here. Like there's really not much left to say on this. All right. Check out True Black Anonymous blog. I'm just going to put the link in here so y'all can see for yourself. There's really not much I can say about this, bro. I don't care. He can roast all the pictures that he wants. All I know, bro, is I've never cupcake, and dude, all your information is getting opened up nicely right now. You can't tell everybody that you're rich. You can't tell everybody that you're a specialist. You can't tell anybody. You can't say shit at this point. All right. The way that Code Fam broke it down about the trajectory, the chronology of how you got from where you were to from how your marriage started to how your business started to your down period to the point where you took out a $33,000 PPP loan. Make the math make sense, people. Please make it make sense. You're rich, and all you stealing is $8,000. Now there's a tax lien that this chick may have on you. Listen, bro. True Black Anonymous. Check out this woman's site. All right, don't listen. Listen. What's up, Stargate? How you doing? Listen. Look, I gotta like. I don't like. I'm not even gonna get. I don't like. I said I don't want to get in little beefs with people here and there. I don't know what the fuck T Pre is doing. I don't like. I'm not even gonna. I don't know what that is. All right, like, Miss, it's not looking good. It is not looking good. What you're doing right now, trying to deflect. I don't know how much he paid you. It may be more than 300. I don't know. I don't give a shit. The shit just doesn't look good. Like all the lies that are coming out. I listen, Miss. This I'm just gonna say this. Stop going after breaking like that's taking anything, like that's taking any sort of focus off this dude. Tomorrow, drama's gonna open you up even more. AAS got the paperwork with the tax liens. That's coming. We already know about the PPP loans. We know now, after what I just showed you, that this guy lost a big amount of contracts. Let you go ahead and listen to that dude and say, oh, I didn't lose anything specific. Meanwhile, all his shit got taken off of psychology but today. Only dumb niggas are thinking this dude is big shit. Who drives? Hold up. Who even drives? Even back in the early 2000s when people were driving SUVs, it was dumb then because gas prices were through the roof. Unless you had a huge family and you had cheddar like that, you weren't driving that truck. Everything about this nigga is on. Everything. So yeah, man. I mean, listen, y'all. I don't know. I don't know what to say. Like, again, Tip P. Like, you again, as a lawyer, you had no problem telling us we shouldn't be calling up federal authorities, but you kept mute when your boy got in trouble. T Pre is on there reading legal documents. Bro, think about this. You're in a case for your life. You're in the courtroom, and your lawyer is reading documents like, yeah, the person, yeah, well, it says here, well, I think it says that you may not have to do this, or this may happen. Dude, I would find the nearest pen and just shove that through my head if I could. I would find a way to kill myself. I'd just rush the bailiff and have him shoot me if I had you defending my ass. Seriously. I would try to just off myself right there in that courtroom.
Because you're sitting there like, yeah, well, it might, yeah, I think it says this. Well, it might say this. Well, let's just go with it anyway. That shit is crazy. What the hell are you doing? Listen, look, I don't know. This is what I feel, man. I mean, shout out to True Black Anonymous again. Support, go and subscribe to her channel. Support that shit. All the information about what happened here. It was Umar Johnson who did all the doxing first. D. Durrell hopped on his dick. He thought that he could be him. See, with Umar can get away with anything. If this was Umar, he'd get away with it. Durrell thinks he's that. He's not that. You're not getting away with it like that, homie. Turns out you probably make less than, like, man, bro. I'm just going to wait. And notice, nobody has come to save him. Flacco knows how to get shit done and how to protect you. Nobody is protecting this dude. Understand that. But yeah, I may do a part 2. I'm just going to go through some of these videos right here, just to listen to some of the fuckery that this dude did, man. And yeah, listen, shout out to everybody that's come through, man. I mean, I can sit here and read more and more, but why even bother, man? It's like he's just gonna come out and just lie about this shit anyway. Nobody who she got paid for that stance. If she listen, she got T-Pre got $300. What is $300? How, like, this is the ultimate cup. The word is he drove all the way to the other side of Texas or whatever to meet up with Tiff P. Didn't sleep with her, right? She's the one who brought up the fucking, by the way. So anyone who says I'm in their business, they're the ones who brought up who fucked who. She's the one who brought that up. So he drove all the way there, didn't fuck her, threw hundreds of dollars to T-Pre, right? Did and for what? For a bad defense? Probably paid this bitch right here. All right. Word is he cupcaked up at the unicorn. Like what? And this guy is supposed to be teaching red. This is the red pill therapist. Boy. That's it, bro. Like, I don't know what she's doing. She can go ahead, but you just telling a lot of lies out here, bro, for a dude who called you all sorts of mammies and shit and disparaged your ass. I don't get it, bro. Disparaged the fuck out of you. What's going on is that there's a therapist, there's a dude by the name of D. Durrell, who is a pariah in every case of the word. He basically put out false information on anybody who critiqued Umar, attacked them, paid money to slander them, called people, basically treated people like dirt, called them losers, called them broke, talked about how rich he was, only to turn out that this dude is nothing more than a broke-ass Dusty himself. That's all it is. You don't know what's happening in this sector, but this dude has just been outed as a fraud. That's all there is to it. He's been throwing out rumors and attacking people when it turns out he's nothing but a fraud himself. So this is like nothing but fuck shit, sir. This has nothing to do with anything that important except this dude is a guy who folks are getting paperwork on, and he did a lot of toxic shit for the sake of Umar, who is building nothing in Delaware. I don't know how you feel about him. This dude is nothing more than a fraud, a con man who's running a scam. That's Umar Johnson, right? Umar Johnson just recently said that the black people who gave him hundreds of thousands of dollars, millions of dollars, didn't help him build that school. That's what he said. but yet we're still supposed to support him. Umar Johnson, who asked us to do free labor. And what that means, Mr. Yapa, that means to paint his school, to put in an HVAC, heavy labor that you have to be in unions to do. But he would never ask the white man to do that, not once. So this guy right here decided to clout chase Umar and basically try to get his attention by trying to ruin lives. And it turns out his life is shit. So that's what's happening here. So, listen, I don't think Umar's ever going to prison. But I just think at this stage in the game, either like I said this before, if you still think that school is going to open, you're either in on the scam or you're mentally ill. You're either in on the scam or you're mentally ill. It's one or the other. So it's like there's not much you can do at this point. Let people stay there, attack other people, and say, well, you're trying to take them down. You don't see much of that anymore. And Umar is going mainstream, if you haven't noticed. Umar is going mainstream. To show you how legit that dude is, name the time that Umar Johnson has ever sat down in a round table with actual scholars. He's been around for how long? When have you seen that dude sit around with actual scholars? I'm not talking about these conscious clowns. I'm not talking about these street niggas who just came out of prison. Actual scholars. Right now, Pearly Things is asking to sit down and speak with them. That's where Umar's at. This dude, it was nothing to do. When have you seen, where is his dissertation? You notice there's no dissertation? Yeah, the SETI ramp. But see, again, that SETI ramp tells you everything about this dude. How is it? Yeah, it is funny, ain't it? How is the SETI ramp? How does that make him legit? That shit was a mess for a guy who's a scholar. It's a mess. Yeah, it's funny. It's a mess. No, it's never going to happen. But you would think he would sit down with them. But I think these scholars would eat him up. He talks well. He got the preacher talk. But when does this guy ever sit down with a real round table? You can't find his PhD. You can't find his dissertation. Spotham's paid money. These guys paid money to find his degrees. Why? When he could have told you that. And at this stage, there's nothing more to say about dude. But come on, y'all. So yeah, been missing. Listen, like I said, Mr. Yapa, look, I know people like, the rhetoric, and they think that this guy, name the great speech. If Umar were to drop dead today, and I'm not wishing his death, if he were to die today, what is the great speech you remember him by? Name the great speech that Umar has dropped. Name it. Name the great book he's written. Like, y'all don't know how much you watered down your leadership. These guys are bums. Look at what Tariq Nasheed paints himself on the side of a building. And years from now, people are going to look at that and say, that was a thorough leader? Really? That's where we're at. I'm telling you, you have watered down your leadership. It's not even funny anymore. But look, look, and we've been looking at this chick too long. Why not? Hey, we gotta listen. Let's go back to the other chick. Yeah, this is a better view. But nah, let me chill. That's Uppity Unicorn, guys. That's one of the people that supposedly this dude was cupcaking. All right. And tomorrow, either tomorrow or Saturday, I'm gonna go ahead and put out um the other cuts from this video and the other videos. And you'll see the history of lying. No, that's Uppity Unicorn right there. Uppity Unicorn. That's the first platform that I got on with this dude. This is a guy, this is a chick. Another one, like the point is transcript. The beef with Nyla and Taz. The narrative that the therapist said is that Nyla, like no, Taz was trying to chase this chick, right? Uppity Unicorn. And he wanted to move out to see Uppity Unicorn. So what Nyla did is went out and got herself body enhancements to look like her so that Taz would stay. That was the narrative. And so what you call it? That was the narrative that he threw out there. But my question is, how come every chick that you tend to cupcake, her and Nyla and freaking Tiff P and every, how come all of them look the same? Who is fetishizing who here? That's Uppity Unicorn. That's who she is. What's up, defrauding? This is Uppity Unicorn. Yeah. This is a chick he was cupcaking. Let's just, in fact, I hope this thing I want to get mine here, my own video of the uppity so you can see. An objective, no. No, not that, not that. Let's go down. Let's go down. Hold on. Trying to get uppity unicorn and the one that I did. The one that I did. The one that I did. Okay, here we go. Why are these? I don't know why my browser is fucking up, man. Okay. Hold on a second. My browser is going really slow. Okay. Hold on, y'all. Okay, here it is. What? Hold up. All right. Okay. I hate to even show this dude on my platform, but I just want you to get a taste of Uppity Unicorn. And this was the first video that I came on where I had to deal with this bitch.
Mentally challenging to you than what you thought it would be. You know, there's nothing wrong with it. He's not the field that was too stressful or what have you, and they couldn't do the work. It would be Watkins and Young Farrell. They are at the same.
See that?
At the same time, all three
videos
and
but that's her right there. Uppity Unicorn. She's her platform is called Uppity. All right. Again, her platform, from what I've seen, is like leveling up. All right. That's basically what it is. Yeah. I'm glad you see that, Yapo. Yeah. So wait, with this Star, did you? So Star, wait, was this before? So this interview was right before he asked you to get on. Is that what it is? But this is, yeah. This is Uppity Unicorn. This is the chick. And again, this is not me exploiting her boobs. She likes showing her breasts. She and like there's like women on here who like Napa Shada. She's another one. But yeah, that's Uppity Unicorn. So again, he ran this story that Nyla was trying to look like her, and I would bet money that he was actually trying to cupcake Nyla. That's probably what happened. I'm guessing that's what happened. Yep. See? So yeah, you know what? We're gonna get more into this then. We gotta do a part 2 on this. All right. And I got 9 worths of video of this dude lying. It's my first video. I was on here early on. Where am I at? When I came on here, this was during the pandemic. All right. And basically, this dude lied from Jump Street about everything. And I just want to end this by saying this. Again, I do not attack people for liking Umar. You like Umar, you like Umar. It's not that big a deal. And there goes Drama. Drama was in the building. All right. I don't care if you like Umar. It is what it is. All right. If you like how he speaks, he is a great speaker. It's just the school. He ran a scam with the school. He's still running it. If you still think the school is going to open, then no, you got mental disease. That's all. But when this guy did what he did for years and years and years and attacked and lied and slandered, and yet I can't get a single person to come on this platform to say where the other side was right, that tells you everything you need to know. Everything. So yeah, man. I mean, just hit the likes, man. Hit the share, hit subscribe. All right. We'll be back with more on this. I do thank y'all for coming through. You know what I'm saying? And again, this nigga can do all the so-called roasts he wants. He can't roast like the experts out here. It doesn't matter. He just can't do it. And the fact that this guy is so concerned about being the Godfather and all this other shit shows this is all this nigga has. Listen, on the Sector channel, right? I think the Sector Wars channel, the Sector Beefs, they brought up my interview with Slander God. Nobody made any comments under the interview. I'm good with that. I'm good. If I don't have any votes for, in the Hall of Fame or whatever, I'm good with that. This dude goes on whole 4 or 5 hour lies because he wasn't named the Godfather. So looking forward to the the paperwork show tomorrow. So I know it's going to be good with Drama. Shout out to Code Fam. Shout out to Transcript. All right. Dude, Yappa, there are people who got families now. All right. I mean, this again, it's a scam. It is a scam, Yappa. That's what it is. He's a con man that ran a scam. That's it. That's people are afraid to call him a con man. It's what it is. The school is fake. I bet his degrees may be fake. Like, it wouldn't shock me if he was cosplaying a teacher all this time. No one's even talked about what school was he a principal in. No one's even brought that up. Nothing. So yeah, man. I mean, it's just a phony. That's all. And unfortunately, people are buying what he's selling. I don't know what to tell you, man. But yeah, man. Look. Oh wow, it's almost 2:00. Yeah, I gotta roll, man. But tomorrow should be a pretty big day, man. And again, all you do is we got 56 people in here. At least get the likes up. Just hit the likes before you leave. And if these niggas can't come up here and defend this dude, it just tells me everything you need to know. I didn't even see the roast that happened to me today because I don't give a shit. But yeah, man, I may be ugly, but I'm probably better looking than than that woman who yeah, and that's another thing. Tiff P said that he showed her. It's true that he showed her pictures of women off the internet than opposed to his wife. Y'all, like, like, listen, he did this. I no one's talking. He showed pictures of other women off the internet that weren't his wife and said that's his wife. Listen, guys, I can't, bro. I don't know what to tell you. Listen, shout out to everybody, and listen, just hit the like buttons on your way out. It just keeps getting weirder and weirder, y'all. And listen, big up on yourself, man. And I'm out of here. And be safe. Peace.